Hey YouTube, it's Dawson Rider here with a review of SIC Kiwami Tamashii Horse Orphenoch from the Kamen Rider Faiz series. So let's go ahead and get a quick look at the relatively bland packaging. They still do a nice job on these packagings, it's just not as entertaining to show as figure arts. If showing boxes is entertaining at all, in this sort of just clear packaging, you got the Faiz logo here. It says Horse Orphenoch in case you forgot the figure you bought. And then you just have the design of his chest on the back, and then some little designs on the side. And then just the back shows what he can do. But yeah, he can stand there. That's what he can do. Anyway, as for what he comes with, is basically just fists and the sword that he has. He's got two of these just regular closed fists, which are just what was on him. And then he's got the relaxed fists, or hands, I guess. And then the hands which are on him, which are the holding the sword hands. And the sword comes with him also, which is really well done. They did a great job on the paint on this and the sculpting of it. And then this is actually a hand, this shield, and you put it on like this. So that was actually pretty nice the way they did that. So that's cool, that's what he comes with. Now for the figure itself, really well done. Head sculpt is outstanding. It's just a really good job of getting like the gray detailings of it with like a little bit of the black. Not aging, it's kind of like, it's the Orphenoch look, and they did it really well. And the sculpting is just spectacular of the details you get. The chest looks good. It's a little more bland in this area, but still, the sculpting's really well done. Like the Orphenoch designs are sort of bland in a way because they're all gray, but they did a really good job of the sculpting and getting all these little like fine details in there, like with the horse's heads on him right there, and like his belt here, and like those details here. They did a good job with the paint, and his shield here is also really well done. The head is probably the most well done amongst the sculpt. But then down here, of course, you have his legs. Got some cracking going on here. In the back here, some nice sculpting detail as well. It's just overall like a really well done sculpt. I'll get into that in a second. I was going to say something that I decided to wait. Articulation wise, you've got this 360 ball joint here, swiveling. You got a single elbow chain. Well, actually, it's a double. It is double, isn't it? Yeah, it's single. It's a single. No, it's double. I don't know. It could be single or double, because sometimes they're single that act as double, but I'm gonna say it's double. Not the show. 360 ball joint here, swiveling, double knee joint, swiveling here, and then no toe action because it isn't a figure art, so they just can get the ankle movement here. And then his waist does swivel a little bit, or his chest. The waist, I believe, yeah, that's right. The waist is not movable, the chest is. You can move it a little bit to get him in some little bit of a swiveling poses. Nice ball joint too on his head. He can move it all the way around. It's a little more difficult because of the various like chin parts and armor parts, but if you get it in the right way, you can. And it can move up and down. Not quite as mobile as other figures because of the nature of the design, but that's just fine. And that rhymed. What a crime. Anyway, let's put his sword in so we can look all cool guy. So this, at least to me, unless I haven't, unless I'm just totally blanking on it, isn't as stylized as much as others. For those of you that don't know, the SIC is typically a more stylized version of characters, taking creative liberties, which is pretty cool. This one is just not as stylized, kind of like the Wolf Orphenoch, which is fine with me because we don't have like figure arts of the Orphenochs yet. They've told us they're making them, but that announcement kind of disappeared years ago. But this doesn't seem to be as stylized. I mean, I'm sure there are bits, but otherwise it's just sort of like a smaller, nicely done Horse Orphenoch figure. And like I said, really well done. The sculpting and details are really great. The articulation's really good. And no loose joint problems to speak of. I know that sometimes SICs can have them, but I have had very few problems with the Kiwami line having that. But anyway, overall it's just really well done. Excuse me. Not as stylized, but that's fine, like I said. But if you haven't watched my reviews before, I always say this, but I'm really, really impressed with this line because of the value you get. They're like $12 to $14, depending, maybe a couple dollars more depending on the exchange rate or the figure for these figures, which is a great value considering for like a a solid American figure. It's not too far off the price. And you just get such quality for what you pay for. I mean, sometimes you get lots of accessories and great details and great articulation. It's like just this mini experience of a really great figure for such a good value. I really enjoy this line, and they do such a good job with it. And the Orphenochs in particular have been really well done. I really enjoyed Wolf Orphenoch, but I think I like Horse Orphenoch a little bit more. Maybe it's just the sword and shield, but really cool figure. If you like Kiba from Kiba, not Kiva, who is his character, Kiba, his character from Faiz, or you like the design, or just like Orphenochs, definitely recommend it. It's a great value for a really, really good figure to represent Horse Orphenoch until we get the Figure Arts version. So really, really pleased with it. That's all I can really say. There's not a whole lot to go over other than it's just a really good figure. That's about it. Until next time, make sure you check out RidersRangersRambles.com for token news in the craziest way possible. Thank you for watching. It's Dawson Rider, signing out.